Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me today, as always. Today's topic is going to be words, speaking. Your words are very powerful. And I know you've heard that before and you think, how can that be? Listen to what you are saying. Think about every word that you speak. For from the fullness of the heart, the mouth speaks. Or from the fullness of your subconscious, from your being, from who you really are, from what is really going on inside of you. You may tell someone that you think well of yourself, that you feel like you're somebody, but deep inside, that part of you knows. That part knows how you really feel about yourself. And if you think about the words that you're saying to yourself, your inner conversations, when you make a mistake, how do you feel? Excuse me, how do you feel? What do you say to yourself? Do you say that you're stupid, that you're dumb, that you can't believe you made that same stupid mistake again? When are you going to learn? When are you going to figure it out? Am I ever going to get it? Are those the kinds of things you are saying to yourself, the kinds of things you're speaking to yourself within your own mind, within your own conversations? Listen to your words within, or you could say your thoughts. But also listen to what you are speaking, what comes out automatically, or what you blurt out without thinking. And therein lies the problem with women. When you meet a woman, a lot of times what you do is you don't speak from your heart or from your subconscious. You think. You meet a girl and you want to say hi, and you stop and you think, oh, well, she may have a boyfriend. She probably isn't going to like me. There again, there's the inner conversation. What are you saying to yourself? If you really want to know what you feel about yourself, how you think about yourself, listen to your inner conversations. Are they argumentative with other people, with yourself, with your family, with your friends, with people you don't know, with people that cut you off in traffic? All of these things build up the inner man or tear down the inner man. Very important what you're saying to yourself, I talk to myself all day. Sometimes people think I'm crazy because I even answer myself. Look, you're always going to be with you, so you better be your best friend. So don't talk badly about yourself. I hear people say things like they're stupid, they're dumb, they're never going to figure it out, and I immediately stop them, if it's proper, and say, don't talk about yourself like that. My daughter's boyfriend said the other day, well, I'm just a cashier. Okay, what does that tell me right there? That tells me that he thinks he's less than other people because he's just a cashier. I said, don't say that. A cashier is very important. If you were not there, people like me couldn't come in and buy whatever it is they sell. I wasn't sure. I forgot where he was a cashier at. But the point is, are you just a plumber? Are you just an electrician? Are you just a school bus driver? Are you just an accountant? Listen to that. You're just like, that's not much. Every job, every skill, every profession is important. Whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, or a McDonald's worker. Who comes to McDonald's to buy food? The doctors, the lawyers, everybody does. I don't buy much food there, and I don't recommend you buy much food there. Nothing against McDonald's, it's just that fast food is not good for you. Just like you need to put good things into your mind, you need to put good food into your body. Would you go to would you put bad gasoline in your car? No, of course you wouldn't. Would you put low-grade gas in your car knowing that your car is not going to run as well? No, you wouldn't. But many people put bad food into their bodies, and they also listen to bad input. Now, good or bad is relative, okay? They listen to input that is not congruent with the person they want to become. And they put food into their bodies that is not congruent with the health they want to maintain. So you have to be careful using good or bad because that's all relevant depending on from where you're perceiving it from. So remember, the conversations you have with others, the conversations you have with yourself, very important, the words you speak. Listen to other people speak. Look at the life they're having and listen carefully to what they're speaking. You will find that most of the time they're speaking about what they're having. They're not speaking about what they desire. They have what they speak, but they can speak. How do I say? They have what they're speaking, but if they speak what they want, then they can have what they speak. It's kind of confusing. I'm confusing myself. Anyway, your words are creative. They have creative power. So remember, be careful when you say something. Only speak about what you want. Don't speak about what you have. That's a little better there. I think that makes more sense. I even get confused about how it works sometimes myself. But these things do work. They're working all the time. You may not realize it, but they are. You are creating all the time. You are creating your life with your thoughts, your words, and then thus your actions, because your actions spring from your thoughts. Your words spring from your thoughts. Your actions spring from your thoughts. Everything begins with a thought. You can just think about what you want, and eventually you'll start taking action on that. Or think about what you don't want, and then you will take action on that. Fear is faith in reverse. Whatever you fear will come upon you. If you continue to visualize that, think about it, and have that strong emotion of fear. Emotion is what actually has the most creative power. Your thoughts coupled with emotion will create very rapidly. People who are sick a lot of times have been thinking sick thoughts. Now, I'm not blaming people who are sick. I know I've had things in my life, but I brought them on myself by my thoughts. If I look back in retrospect and think about the thoughts I was thinking, maybe I wasn't specifically thinking about being sick, but I was going through a time where I was having a difficult, let's say in a relationship, a challenging time in a relationship where maybe I broke up with a girlfriend or a wife, or I remember a time I was going through a custody battle, and I was resentful against the system, against my ex-wife. Even though I didn't think I was harboring anger towards them. Okay, and that developed into a form of arthritis. Okay, it eventually went away when I was able to let go and release the resentment and anger I had towards these people. But that didn't hurt them, it hurt me. But that began with my thoughts. And I would talk about these people to my current wife at the time about how they were treating me unjustly, unfairly, and I was resenting them. Resentment is like, it causes inflammation in your joints, in your body, not overnight, but over a period of time. As my old mentor said, resentment eats up the container it's stored in. It doesn't hurt the other person. And you say, well, don't I have a right to be angry or to be resentful at them? Yes, you have a right to drink carbolic acid too, but who will suffer from it? You will. Okay, resentment eats up the container it's stored in. Resentment means to re-feel over and over and over again. Think about something that happened to you years ago that you were very angry about at the time. Recount that situation in detail to a close friend. If it brings up emotions of anger, you still have resentment deep down inside of you from this situation. I had a really good friend once. He's passed on now. He was in Vietnam. And when he went to Vietnam, his girlfriend, who they were going to get married, she ended up going off with another man. He brought this up 20 years later after this happened, and he was so angry about it, just like it happened yesterday. And I understand how he felt. The point is, it ate him up inside. 20 years, and when he would speak about it, to him it was like it happened yesterday. He was a heavy drinker. He died when he was about 62 or 3, I think. I don't think he ever stopped drinking. He was a great guy, but that was probably one of the reasons why he drank. because he was trying to suppress that resentment, those feelings that he never dealt with. He resented this man that his girlfriend went with, and that ate him up. It hurt him. Resentment doesn't help you at all, and you can get rid of it. One way you can is to pray for the other person. Okay, if you're not into God or Jesus or Muhammad, Buddha, Krishna, whoever, think well of this person. Wish for that person. If you're not into prayer, wish for that person all the wonderful things that you would want for yourself. Now, you're not going to mean that when you start it. For example, let's say there's a guy named Bob. I have a resentment against Bob because he slept with my wife, ex-wife, before we were divorced. Okay, what do I want for myself today? I want health, I want wealth, I want prosperity, I want success, I want loving relationships with my family. Then I need to wish these things for Bob. Okay, in the case where you don't want to pray, you could say, I hope that Bob gets everything he wants today. I hope he gets prosperity. I hope his business deals go great. I hope he has true, wonderful friends. I hope his health stays great. I hope he stays healthy and active. And I hope when he looks in the mirror, he likes what he sees. Okay, you're not going to mean this when you first start saying it. But as I said, words are powerful. If you do this continuously, every time you think of Bob, when you're being angry at Bob, these resentments will eventually go away. And where you once felt hatred, anger, and maybe envy or jealousy, whatever it happens to be towards Bob, these feelings will dissipate and you'll feel compassion, understanding, and love for Bob. I know it sounds impossible, but it works. I've done it, many other people have done it, and it really does work. Because as I said, you want to release this resentment because it eats you up. It doesn't hurt Bob. Bob's probably not even thinking about you. He probably doesn't even care that he slept with your wife when you were married to her. It doesn't make any difference to Bob, but it's eating you up. So remember that. You can actually get rid of that resentment, which is destroying you, not Bob, by wishing him well every day. Every time you think of him, wish him well, wish him the best. Wish for him or pray for him everything you want for yourself. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow.